Hello everyone, welcome to the session. And in this session, I'm going to talk about joins in SQL. Let us see what is join. In any database, if we want to select a data from a table, then we can write a query like select column 1, column 2, column 3 from table name. Using this query, we can select a data from a table. But if we want to select a data or combine rows from more than one table using common column, then we can use join. So what is join? Using join, we can fetch data or combine rows from more than one table using a common column. Now let us see different type of joins in SQL. There are different type of joins in SQL. The first one is called inner join. So this inner join, also called equijoin in Oracle. This inner join returns the records that have matching values from both the tables. It returns only that matching records from both tables. Then other type of join is called outer join. Again in outer join we have left outer join. This left outer join returns all the rows from left tables. All the rows means both matching and unmatching rows, and only matching records from the right hand side table. Then we have right join, right outer join. This right outer join returns all the records from that right table and only matching records from that left table. Then we have the full outer join. As name indicates, this returns all the records matching, both matching and unmatching records from both tables. Then there is other type of join is called self join. So self join is nothing but joining a table to itself. It's called self join. Now we talk about different type of joins, and whenever we are joining n tables, always we should give n minus 1 condition. For example, if we are joining 4 tables, we should give minimum n minus 1 3 condition join conditions. This is the rules we need to follow while joining more than one table. Now let us see these joins with some examples. Now we have EMP and a department table. If you look at EMP and department table, the columns are like EMP number, E name, job, manager, hire date, salary, commission, department number. And if you look at the department table, we have columns like department number, name, location. And this department number is present both department table and EMP table. So whenever we need to fetch data from both EMP and a department table, using this department number, we can join these two columns. Let's see how we can join. Now I'm select E name from EMP table, E name, EMP number, and a department number. I want to select manager as well, so I'm selecting manager, and also D name is present in the department table, so we can select G name, department name. So these columns are from both the tables, EMP and department table. So I'm selecting from EMP, I'm giving alias as E, and whenever we need to fetch data from more than one table, then we have to use join. So join, here I'm using join. Then we need to join with the department table. Here I'm using department and I'm giving alias as D. And whenever we are using table, more than one table, then we have to give conditions based on the common column. So here the common column is department number. So I can give the condition on E dot, E means employee table, E dot department number equal to D dot department number. Okay, so this way we can join a table, join more than one table. So now if you see this column set, we are selecting columns from some of the columns from EMP table and some of the columns from department table, and this department number is present in both the tables, right? And always whenever this common column we are selecting, we have to give table alias, otherwise it will throw that ambiguity error. Let's see, This e name is from EMP table, so I'm giving e dot e name, then e dot department, e dot emp number, then d dot department number, and e dot mgr, and then this d name is coming from department table, so I'm giving d dot. Now I'm executing this condition. Yeah, so this is the output we are getting, and before that, just let me execute select star from emp, and then same way select star from department. If you see records from emp table, there are 14 rows, and the department number are 10, 20, 30. And if you see department table, we have department number 10, 20, 30, 40. But this 40, there are no records for department number 40 in emp table. Just we have records only for 10, 20, and 30 department number. And whenever we are joining these two tables based on this department number, and here we are not specifying anything like inner join or outer join. If you don't specify anything, by default it takes inner join. Otherwise, you can explicitly also mention like inner join. So this is optional. Okay, either you can mention or not. Okay, so it's by default it's inner join. Okay, whenever we are using join, it takes by default inner join. Okay, now I'm executing this query. When I'm executing this query, we are getting 14 rows. That means this inner join always returns only the matching records from both table. Here the both tables are EMP table and department table. Here left table is EMP table and right table is department table. This inner join returns only the matching rows. So if you look at the department number for, if you look at the department, this department column, department rows, we have 10, 20, 30, 40. But in this, we are not getting rows for department number 40 because this inner join returns only the matching records from both employee table and department tables. And here, right, this department number is present in both tables. So if you don't specify any alias or any table alias, then it will give error. Let's see, the column ambiguously defined. That means this column, this department number present in both employee table and department table. In order to avoid this error, we have to mention that table alias, either E table or department table. E means employee table. Yeah. Now I'm executing, so we are getting the 14 rows. This is called inner join. Inner join returns, the matching records from both table. Both here, EMP table and department table. And here join means using join we can fetch a data from more than one table based on a common column. Here the common column is department number, so we are using department number. And like that, even if you want to apply any other condition, like if you want to apply only for department number 10, then you can give like d dot department number equal to 10. This way also you can give the conditions in addition to the join condition. This will also work. Okay, yeah, so this is called equijoin. Now let us see outer join. That outer join we discussed about left outer join, right outer join, and full outer join. Now I'm taking the same query. Here outer join. Okay, so just outer join. The moment we are mentioning the outer join, we have to specify whether it's a left outer join or right outer join or full outer join. So now I'm mentioning the left outer join. I'm executing now. So select column name from table name, left outer join, again that's another table name, then join conditions. Now let us see. If you see, we are getting 14 rows. So that means this, what is the left outer join? This left outer join returns all the records from the left table and matching records from the right table, right? So all the records from EMP table are matching, so it gives us 14 records. Now the same way we can use right outer join. When you use the right outer join, already we have seen that in department table we have one department number extra. Okay, so this 40 is present only in the department table. This this department number is not present in that EMP table. And whenever we are using the right outer join, we'll get one more records from the department tables. That means this record, the 40, is not present in that EMP table. Although it's not present in that EMP table, it returns because of that right outer join. Now let's see. If you look at this operations uh, department department number present in the department table, and while selecting the select column, while selecting the columns, we are selecting that only the D name from the department table. So the D name, department number, D name is appear here, but all other columns are null, because for this row there is no corresponding row, or there is no matching rows in that EMP table, so we are getting null values. So the right outer join means it fetches both matching and non-matching records from that table. That is called right outer join. Then there is another type of outer join is called full outer join. In this full outer join, just instead of right or left, just we need to use full outer join. That means matching records from both table, matching and unmatching records from both table will appear. So this is called right outer join. So if you see, so this department number operation is not present in the employee table. Although it's not present, it's appearing because of this full outer join. Okay, so this is called full outer join. Now let us talk about self join. What is self join? A joining a table to itself, it's called self join. So if you look at that EMP and a department table, like EMP table, this EMP table, EMP, we have EMP number and MGR, manager. So right, sometimes you need to join a table to itself in order to find that name of each employee's manager. For example, here we need to find out like each employee's manager. This case, how we can write a query for that? In order to do that, in order to get employee's manager, then we have to use self join. Okay, so now let me write a query for that. So what we need each employee's manager. So I'm selecting e name, and like that reports to I'm concatenating. So e name. Okay, here I'm going to use the same table EMP, EMP, and I'm giving alias for this one as a employee, and then I'm joining the same table EMP, but I'm giving alias as a manager M. So same table is first table is I'm taking as a employee, and second table I'm taking as a manager. Okay, and then how we can join? So each employee, if you look at that employee number, right? Okay, and then each employee has manager. Okay, so then based on this manager, each employee has manager, right? So e dot manager equal to, and each manager as, suppose, okay, 7839 is the 7839 also employee, right? So if you look at, right, so he has the employee number, so manager has the employee number, so we have to use m dot emp number. So this is called self joining. A joining a table to itself, it's called self joining. In order to find like each employee's manager, then we have to joining a table. So this is called self joining. Let me execute now. Yeah, here the columns are ambiguously defined. So how we can prevent this error? How we can avoid this error? We have to give alias. Okay, here just I need to find that employee name. So e dot e name. Here I need to show that this employee reports to that manager name. So manager. So in this manager table we have e name. So we need to select e name. So I'm executing this one. If you see, right, then we are getting like this employee reports to the king, this employee reports to king, like this way we are getting that output. If you see, right, we are getting only the 13 rows, because that king is the employee king is it does not have any manager, is a president, so that row is not coming here. In case if we want to that row, then what we have to use, we have to use left outer join. So left join, we can use left join. So using the left join, we can get the all the rows. So now it says that king reports to, he doesn't have any manager here. So it's saying that king reports to this no other person. Yeah. So this is called self joining. Okay, there is other type of join is called cross join. What is a cross join? So we discussed about equijoin, right? Equijoin means we can join more than one table based on a common column. And cross join means whenever we are joining a table, more than one table, and if the condition is invalid, okay, the condition is not valid and the condition is omitted, uh, then that is called cross join. Let me take the same example. I'm taking that cross join. I'm using cross join here. So cross join, we can join two table without any condition. In this case, what will happen? So emp table have we have 14 rows in emp table, and we have 4 rows in department table. Whenever we are joining these two tables without any condition, then we'll get 14 into 4, 56 rows as output we'll get it. So this is called cross join or Cartesian product. Cartesian product means, okay, if you are joining two tables or more than one table without any condition, then that is called Cartesian product. So in that case, n into m, that would be the output. Okay, here EMP table have 14 rows and department table has 4 rows. Okay, 4 into 14, 56 rows will get as output. Yeah, here it's not. Yeah, it shows only the rows from 1 to 50. I can get the count here. Yeah, sorry, not this one. This is called cross join, also known as Cartesian product. Yeah, thank you. Thanks everyone.